Champions, tip of the spear, Taylor Fritz. Time now for the trophy presentation. Let's join Todd Woodbridge.
Well, welcome everybody to the official presentation, and I'm sure that you're all going to agree with me. What a brilliant weekend of tennis this has been. It has been played in the greatest of Laver Cup spirit. Would you please put your hands once more together for these two amazing teams. But now, it's my pleasure to introduce the only man to have won 2 calendar slams, 11-time major winner, and the reason that the Cup exists. Would you please show your appreciation for the legend, Rod Laver. Well, as it always does, this 8th edition of the Laver Cup has delivered some incredible moments. There is plenty of drama. The atmosphere at the Chase Centre has been extraordinary, and it's brought together by these two legendary captains. They made their debut here, and they have done it beautifully. Please put your hands together for Yannick Noah and Andre Agassi. Unfortunately, though, the reality of sport means that there can only be one winner. So please put your hands together for our runners-up here, Team Europe, led by Yannick Noah. And that, of course, means that for the 3rd time here at the Laver Cup, your champions are Team World. Led by Captain Andre Agassi, Vice Captain Patrick Rafter, Taylor Fritz, Alex Di Minor, Francisco Cerundolo, Alex Mikkelsen, João Fonseca, Riley Opelka, and Jensen Brooksby. Well, a big thank you must also go to the players. They make the Laver Cup a success, and they've now helped it to solidify on the world tennis calendar. We want to thank them for their commitment, their camaraderie, but a lot goes on behind the scenes also to make this all work so seamlessly. So a big thank you must also go to the global Laver Cup team, led by the CEO of Team 8 and chairman of Laver Cup, Tony Godsick, the Laver Cup CEO, Steve Zacks, the USTA chairman of the board, president, interim co-CEO, Brian Verhali, the USTA interim co-CEO, Andrea Hirsch, Tennis Australia chair, Jane Herdlicker, and Tennis Australia CEO, Craig Tiley. Time now also to thank our sponsors, in particular, our founding partner, Rolex, and global sponsors, UBS, Mercedes-Benz, and Alipay Plus. But before we award the Laver Cup trophy for 2025, let's look to next year, and we'll find out where that Laver Cup travel continues, and we'll look at where we land.
Hello everyone, I'm Sadiq Khan, the Mayor of London. I want to congratulate San Francisco and the team at Chase Centre for staging another spectacular Laver Cup. Over the past 8 years, this tournament has lit up cities from Prague to Boston, Vancouver to Berlin, London, Geneva, Chicago, and now San Francisco, thrilling fans and deepening the love of tennis around the globe. London was honoured to host the 5th edition of the tournament at the O2 in 2022, and we're proud and excited to be hosting the Laver Cup again next year, and look forward to welcoming fans from around the world back to London. See you there.
Well, I can't wait to get back to London to the O2 Arena. Of course, it gets underway September 25 to 27 in 2026. We'll see you there. But before we do that, it's time now to hear from the runner-up captain of Team Europe, Yannick Noah.
Team World, you know what I like about you? Nothing. Congratulations, guys. For me, as a captain for the first time, it was a beautiful experience. I'm thankful and grateful to be here. I met these wonderful guys. I don't know if you liked it, but 3 days of unbelievable tennis, so it's a lot of respect for you guys. It was fantastic. Todd, how long do I have? Yeah? Well, I had a wonderful time, really. I had a wonderful time, wonderful week. I would like to give a special thank to someone who's been taking care of us, and I tell you, taking care of Europe is not easy. I would like to thank, can you please scream for Monique? Make some noise, San Francisco! Andre, congratulations. Happy to see you again, even though it reminds me of memory when you used to kick my ass. My butt. Are we live? Sorry. Pat, all the guys, congratulations. I'll see you at the party. That's for you to talk now. Okay, I'm going to pass the microphone to Andre Agassi.
I think that's better for you, Andre. Ladies and gentlemen, Andre Agassi, the captain of Team World.
I'm not insecure. I'm used to being the shortest one on a tennis court, so... Actually, Todd, I'm not anymore. Thank you. The first thing I want to say to Team Europe, it is such an honor to sit on the side of the court and watch you guys do what you do. It's remarkable, and I love every second of it. And I wish you the brightest futures, and Carlos, don't be so greedy with all the Grand Slams. Share some with your brothers, for God's sake. And speaking of brothers, to my brothers right here, Pat, it was an honor to be back with you. This is a guy that I love competing against, because even if I lost, somehow the sport won. And you're an amazing dude, amazing athlete, but a better person, and it's great to be with you. And to the rest of my dear brothers, I will say to you that it's been one hell of a week. Thank you for trust. Thank you for buy-in. Thank you for allowing me in your lives for a brief period of time. And I say you have mother privileges now in my life. So what mother privileges means is you call, you ask, and the answer is yes before you ask. I would go to battle with each and every one of you, anywhere, anytime. Love you guys. I mean that. To the Rocket, Rod, I love you too, man. You've been the best for our game. as good as you were on the court, off of it, you've inspired more. So thank you for your contribution and continued contribution. I continue my record of never losing to a Frenchman and a Brit on the same day. But it was an honor trying. I guess none of this happens without so much behind the scenes. So Tony Gotzik, thank you so much for vision and somehow pulling off this miracle for the last 7 years. Also Steve Sachs, I mean, God, he's been, dude, I don't know how you do it. I didn't believe it. I swear to you, I didn't believe it when you told me how this all comes together. I called bullshit on it. I really did. I said, we're going to get here and things are going to go wrong, or it's just too much. I can't imagine, but you pull it off each and every year. And thank you for trusting me with this small responsibility. And last but not least, I think we're scheduled to beat you guys again in London now. Is that right? See you in London!
Well, that means there's only one thing left to do here today, and that is time to raise the Laver Cup. Andre, it's over to you and the team. The trophy is yours.
Team World have done it. They've captured the third Laver Cup trophy, and what a weekend this has been here in San Francisco. They certainly deserved it, and now there's the big celebrations. Of course, this is going to go on all night, I am so sure. Jim Courier and Mark Fetche are with me. I don't know what I liked more, the tennis or those speeches actually during the ceremony.
I think it was actually perfect because it feels like a new chapter of the Laver Cup. It's the same inspiration, it's the same concept, but I think with Andre and Yannick, it's got this new sort of intensity. It feels as though we're entering into a new adventure with the Laver Cup in this 8th year. They were beautiful speeches. They were very in keeping with both personalities. And credit to Team World. They were deserving winners of this 3-day competition this year. I thought they were spot on with the way that they picked. And in fact, the Saturday, the Super Saturday, where they weren't supposed to match up well against Team Europe, was the deciding factor. But Taylor Fritz, wow, Jim, he was downhill all weekend, wasn't he?
He really was. I mean, only one real hiccup there, leading 4-2 against Zverev, and got a little bit anxious, understandably, trying to clinch this beautiful trophy for his team. But he found himself in the tiebreaker where he needed to be, got an early lead, managed to hang in there, hang on, find some space, and eventually get the handshake he needed. But listen, it's a team effort, and it starts at the top. And I think that Andre and Pat Rafter, I think they set a really positive, fun tone with a lot of intense practices too, and a lot of practices with real intent. So you could see the strategies unfolding in play that they had practiced diligently. Alex de Minaur, specifically with his slice backhand, that was phenomenal. That led to his big win over Zverev yesterday. And I just want to give a hat tip to Zverev for fighting on less than a fully fit body. That was impressive from him. I'm sure he'll be a little bit down about it, but I've got nothing but respect for the effort he gave.
Yeah, it was a great turnaround after losing that first set, and we weren't sure if he was going to be able to continue. We thought that he had some back problems, and then it was a real contest. But I mean, you mentioned it, you know, the camaraderie in this Team World and also in Team Europe was just fascinating. And to have Andre Agassi there and Pat Rafter, I think all the players can take so much away. I think Taylor Fritz and Alex de Minaur and Alex Mickelson, everyone, I think, yeah, they are better players now probably as well, and maybe they think differently too. But
well, I think for Taylor, obviously being in the world's number 1 and 3 in successive days without dropping a set, he's going to just sort of lead him into hopefully an unbelievable last part of the season. Well, look, to be fair for the American number 1, it's been an unbelievable period since June. He's won more matches than anybody else. But Alex Mickelson, what a revelation he was on the doubles court. I mean, he was absolutely phenomenal. His hand skills, his willingness to kind of face up to the fire that was coming from the other end was so special. And this man here, João Fonseca, is going to be another one that is going to take this competition around the world and probably to new continents as well, as we move through obviously America and Canada, and who knows where after London we go.
this is the 3rd time Team World captures this trophy, but it's the first time, Jim, actually this is happening in America, right?
On American soil, that's right. It happened in Vancouver in North America, but Boston and Chicago, that was all Europe. So this is certainly a good feeling, I'm sure, for the American men on this team. And Alex de Minaur did his part as well. The heart of a lion, he's got that for sure. It was awesome. It always is. This event never disappoints. The energy levels are always there from the team benches. The opportunity to eavesdrop into important moments in matches is so fascinating, to be a witness to these players and their thoughts and doubts and stresses and strains, and then their coaches and their fellow peers and rivals trying to help them problem solve in really mission critical times. It's a special sauce for a special event.
Team World just doing their lap off honor now. The 2 captains, the vice captain Pat Rafter and the captain Andre Agassi. It's been a while since the 2 of them have lifted the trophy. Must be feeling pretty good.
For some of us, perhaps it's been a lifetime. But for these 2,
I haven't lifted many.
Well, that trophy's going to be filled with some champagne, I feel, here fairly soon after they get a few more photos on court. There's probably a Moet moment heading their way, but these moments are the moments that you dream of, honestly. Even if this event didn't exist when you were a kid, to have moments like this with teammates and to have these celebrations together, they're just different. Tennis is an individual sport most weeks of the season. When you get a chance to do something together, it just hits differently, and you carry these moments forever. These players are wearing those jackets right now. I guarantee you when they're 65 years old, those jackets will be hanging in a closet somewhere. You don't give those moments away. I was lucky enough to be on some teams. I still have all of that gear. They're in boxes, but they're still with me, and they'll get passed down.
It's like the wedding dress. You have it in a box and you don't give it away.
I didn't have one of those, Babs. You speak for yourself.
Of course not. But, Mark, how much confidence do the players take away from this? I mean, especially Team World here.
They're going to take a lot of confidence, but let's go to the 10,000 view as well. This competition is just growing in stature. The authenticity of all the emotions that we see every single time a new edition of this is played. How close we got to obviously a deciding set for this year's Laver Cup. And obviously after the first 5 editions where it was Team Europe just running through Team World in so many ways, the fact that this has got that pure edge of competition, you feel as though it's on a knife edge in terms of who can win and who can lose. Good decisions made in terms of team captains. Jim touched on it. You know, was the practice absolutely spot on? You know the X's and O's are going to get taken care of with Andre. You've got somebody like Pat who really, I felt, came into his own when it came into the doubles. He was so on point when it got to the double strategy as well. Andre, as Jim again said, that portal that we get here at Laver Cup where you're just dipping in and you're listening into how he's trying to figure out solutions for his players, or just keep them right on the rails and keep them going straight down the path they are without taking a detour or a deviation away from it, has just been a beautiful thing to watch. And I'm sure the fans out there, as well as the players, are just learning every time this competition gets underway.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait. I can't believe that we have to wait a whole year for the next Laver Cup. I mean, I'm going to count down the days from tomorrow onwards. And I think also for, not just for the players, because some of them, they have been around, they've played the Laver Cup already, but just for the captains. This has been an enormous and unbelievable experience as well. And Jim, just going back to Andre Agassi and Pat Rafter, and of course, Tim Henman, Yannick Noah, they were so passionate about it. They were so invested in it. They just loved it as well, because they didn't really know what they were in for. Sometimes at the beginning, first few days, I'm not sure if they were aware of the whole format.
They learned on the fly, didn't they? Tim Henman, God bless him, was so into it. He's lost his voice from shouting so much encouragement to his team, but his back is strong because he was up off the bench after nearly every single point, just offering that signal that he was in it with them. And Yannick Noah is so cool and experienced, and he laid kind of the groundwork for how he was going to approach things, which was going to be a little bit with a softer touch, and that's the way that he brings it. But Yannick, the passion, never in question, and he was definitely willing to get in there more than I would have expected and offer not just tactical advice, also technical at times, telling players where they needed to do with their body weight on shots. Yannick he's become a massive pop star in the French-speaking language parts of the world, selling out arenas this size.
Bigger even.
He has a way with people, and he connects to people in masses, but he can get intimate as well, and he did with his team, and it was special to be a witness to that.